Hello and welcome back to Phoenix Dreams. If you recollect a couple of days ago, I posted a video where I'd asked you to have a look at a few of my old videos and mention your comments about character and personality and if they can be changed. Now, I have received a query, an interesting comment, and I would like to talk about that in this video. This query came from Anirudh, and thank you, Anirudh, for taking the effort to put on your comment. And like I said, it's a very interesting question. What Anirudh wants me to elaborate on is arrogance and confidence. So what is the difference in arrogance and confidence, especially when you're communicating, interacting with somebody, and the perception that you end up in creating? And this is especially so when you meet somebody for the first time, a stranger, a new person that you're meeting, and you think you're being confident, but you might end up coming across as arrogance and create a wrong impression. So how is it different, and what care do you need to take to ensure that your confidence doesn't come across as arrogance? So like I said, a very interesting question, and let me try to give you my opinion on that. You see, arrogance and confidence are at two levels of the same behavioral pattern. They're just different intensities, and this behavioral pattern starts at the bottom with shyness and timidness, goes on to a bit of self-awareness, ability to be, communicate. As it increases at the median, it comes to assertiveness, moves up to confidence, goes up to overconfidence, and can, at the highest intensity, can be arrogance. So they are in the same branch of behavioral patterns. And that's why there is a possibility of being misunderstood, your confidence being misunderstood for arrogance. And here's where what I'd mentioned to you in my previous videos comes in, that creating perceptions is all about using your sensory organs, your physicality, your emotions and feelings to impact all of these things in the person in whose mind you're creating a perception, impacting his sensory organs and his emotions or her emotions and feelings. So, see, there's a very fine line between confidence and arrogance, but it all depends on when you're saying something, when you're communicating something. It's not just the words, but how you say those words, the body language associated with those words, your facial expressions associated with those words. So I'll give you a great example, and this example happens to be just a couple of days back in my edition, the Saturday edition of SpeakWrite with Sid. I was talking about the importance of reading books. And at the very beginning of that video, and I'll put that video in the information tab up so you can have a look at it again. At some point of time in the beginning of the video, I had mentioned to you that the reason for my expertise in the English language, for the command that I have in the English language, is the fact that I read books. Now, this statement could easily have come across as arrogance if I would have said it like, guys, you've heard me talking over the past few days, for the past couple of months on my videos, and you see how great I am in my English. I don't make a mistake. I am always perfect in my pronunciations. My grammar is great. I know a lot of words. So the only reason I've been doing it is because I've been slogging my butt off and reading all my life. So if you want to be as good as me, do it. Now, I could have said it that way, and that would have come across as arrogance. But I chose to do it a bit differently. What I said was, I am going to let you on a secret today. See, this is a bit of softer tonality, softer facial expressions. I'm going to let on a secret of mine with you today. And the secret is that the reason for my expertise and my command over the English language is that these guys have been my friends. And after this sentence, I have also added an almost apology. I've acknowledged the fact that, and I've said that I know I might sound immodest, but that's a fact. So I know that it is a bit immodest, but I'm only saying it not because I want to show off my knowledge or my expertise. I'm only saying it because it's a fact. And the thing to focus on here is not how good I am, but the thing to focus on is the reason why I'm good. And the reason is what I want you to focus on, because my objective is to get you to learn, to get better. So subtlety of the body language, subtlety of the facial expressions, hardness of the expressions, softness of the expressions, your body language, you slightly bored instead of, laying back and, what, I'm great, blah, blah, blah. So that body language makes a lot of difference. So, like I said, it's a complete package. Because there are fine lines in these intensities I'm talking about. Every behavior pattern has these intensities from the lowest to the highest. Any extreme isn't good. You don't want to be at the bottommost extreme. You don't want to be at the topmost extreme. You don't want to be at the median as well. You've got to, because that's mediocre. We don't want mediocrity. You want to be towards the top, but not at an extreme, which might get repulsive, which might get something which is considered negative. So you've got to reach towards the top, not to the very top. And there's a very fine line. So you've got to define this fine line, maintain that fine line, make sure you do not cross it. Once again, let me repeat, use your entire physicality, your tonality, your emotions and your feelings. Your emotions and feelings should come through your voice, because that's when you show that's what you really mean, rather than putting on a face and putting on an act. So yeah, thank you very much, Anirudh, once again for the question. I'm sure this is a question that a lot of other viewers also might be having, and I hope my answer gives you the solution to it. If not, please feel free to add on. If anybody else has any questions, comment section, please do that. Waiting for your replies. And I'll see you soon. The next video in this on the channel would be more about my science themes, so I'll be stepping over to science. Again, that gives you a bit more time to put your thoughts together. Please do that, and if you like what you're watching, like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you soon.